You will now be watching Mary Queen of Peace Girls School Unfiltered or MQP Unfiltered program. On this forum, pupils present different topics on a variety of issues and interests. They also explore their talents and potential. Join us on this pupil-led broadcast.
Hi! This is
Youth Unfiltered.
How are you guys today?
Okay.
What have you been up to?
Sleeping.
Yeah. Basically.
If anything, that reminds me. I've been watching movies, as I said.
Yeah.
And I watched High School Musical. And haven't you guys also watched High School Musical or heard about it?
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Or like any other movie that has like,
high school stuff.
Yeah. You've watched?
Yes. Obviously.
Yeah.
So
what did you expect of high school or senior year in general when, coming into high school?
I thought that high school like smooth sailing, no problems, no anything. Like I'll just enter and I'll cue it every single time, get all the awards and
100%.
Yeah. I also thought it was easy. Like it looked so fun on TV. Like you can do anything.
I thought there were going to be a lot of social groupings. Like how in movies there's nerds, jokes, there's
the famous couple and all.
basketballers.
I thought that it would be like those movies where like the perfect life, you wake up like okay, not the movies, those like YouTubers who like romanticize school life, romanticize study. They wake up 8 hours, they do their hair, they brush, they do skincare, they wake up, they wear the clothes, they go to school. No, this is my boyfriend, Jaden also him hi. They go to class. The class is nice, have a projector, so it's teaching. They come back, they just study, just see them flipping one page, they go back to sleep. Or maybe they reach.
They still get 100%.
They go to a cafe, but there is no. Me, I wake up at 5 because at our school you have to go at 7:40. You can't wake up at 8 hours.
Do you guys think you still see the social groupings like in high school now?
I think there are definitely some things, but they aren't as pronounced and as what's the word I can use? As distinct, as we see in the movies. There are those, but like I feel like everyone is everyone's friend. But like there's still that kind of like
separation.
I think for me it's different. Because I think I can still see the social groupings, except it's sort of a thing where I don't think everyone's friend. Me, I think there are certain people who I can't have a conversation with them, even though like we stood next to each other. Nothing is like I think it's a sort of thing where in movies they over dramatize it. So I do think there are those groups for those smart people, like there are those friend groups where you see that all these people they normally tend to like get good grades. All these people, there are those people who on the weekend it's divas. These groups they normally like going for sports and whatnot. These guys they like chess and kayako. But you can clearly see the groups. It's just that I think in like movies it's just too dramatized. Like they make those people who do drugs, they are doing drugs even in class. I think it's a bit different. Like I don't think it's like as dramatized as they make it. Like in school it's more mundane. It's that's what I'm trying to say.
I feel like reality has dawned on us a bit,
a lot. It has. I mean, it's dawned on me.
I think it's dawned a lot. And what is it really like for you guys? Like senior year, high school in general, grade 8, grade 2.
Okay. Starting school in grade 8. Okay, grade 8 and grade 9 wasn't bad for me. It was just okay. Until we started grade 10. Grade 10.
See the trauma in there.
Okay, the subjects you take are heavy.
Yeah.
School is heavy. and then to balance your studies and basically your social life. It's not easy.
It really isn't.
It's not easy. Yeah.
So okay, I'll just say in one way it was stressful. In grade 9, I remember I used to have anger issues a lot because everything was stressful, and then if I got like the slightest bit irritated, I'll just pop. like honestly speaking. And then in grade 10, it was alright. I calmed down a bit, but now just crashing out. Honestly speaking,
going crazy.
Yeah.
How about you guys?
I feel like grade 8 and 9 was like it was just okay. I didn't study until like 3 weeks before the exam.
Oh my god! No, like that's
and
true.
I made it, but don't do that, guys.
You don't.
But yeah, grade 10, I feel like I kind of entered grade 10 with a grade 9
habits.
And habits. But like when the work started to come, it came.
It
came and like one thing after another. And then I realized, I need to start studying now.
Yes.
And yeah, so it wasn't easy, but I think I'm just okay right now.
Yeah. Okay. For me, I think it's different. Me, grade 8 and grade 9 was nice. But it wasn't nice. I think maybe it was because I used to go to a boarding school. I was far away from home. Girls are mean. Girls are like that thing, boarding school, they are bullies, they are what? They go tough.
Like,
yes.
What? Like the stereotypical boarding school, is that how it is?
I think it's not necessarily the thing about boarding school, I feel like hearing about it is different from being there. Yes, because I feel like boarding school, it's like a whole other world, actually. Like, it's like there is the world when you come out of boarding school. But in boarding school, it's like so different.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like even the teachers at boarding schools don't understand how boarding school is. Unless you've been in boarding school, that's when you know. Because it's so bang. It's sort of where like there is a hierarchy system, but there's also not a hierarchy system. It's like, depending on your grade, you're in a specific hierarchy, So it's like the grade 8s at the bottom, the grade 9s, a bit of respect, but the grade 10s, you've come back, there's kind of that respect, but again, they kind of make you work a lot. Grade 11, there now, you're kind of, there you've kind of made it. And then grade 12s, you're not even in school. Because they just wake up anytime, they do whatever they want. But in grade 8, it's also that type of thing where there are also popular kids, like the ones who are liked by the grade 12s. So let's say if they like you, like it's almost like you had more privileges than like your friends.
You do have privileges.
Yes. It's side of that thing where not all the grade 12s knew me, not all the grade 12s like me. Like, I wasn't that type of person who was like just going out of my way to make myself known to other people.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, there are certain grade 12s, like there was one grade 12 was like a prefect. She liked me, she'd invite me into her cube, it was nice. I didn't really like her that much. I feel like
Well, that's
I feel like she liked me more than, where like you're in grade 8 and then someone's like, come to my cube. And you're like, okay. Here's some food. Okay. Here, okay. Like, I was just in grade 8, I was just scared. I was just doing everything she told me to do. Come, we chat. I don't really want to talk with you, but okay. Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how it was. But I had trauma. Like, things happened. But yeah, then grade 10 was okay. Grade 11, grade 11 is where the academics
started. Shift from grade 10 to grade 11.
I think it happened in term 2.
Yeah.
I think in term 1 we were still like
Grade 10 mentality.
Yeah, grade 10 mentality, then grade 11. Hey, if it's
work.
It's so I knew sometimes I forget we're in grade 12.
Like, don't when I'm taking my ID picture.
Yeah.
Or when the paper comes to my table, that's when I'm like, okay.
This is serious.
This is serious.
Where I think it, like sometimes I just sit and think, I'm in grade 12, so if I feel like my life,
your life is completely over. And that's
not over.
Not completely over. But like for the Zambian system, your life is over. Like,
it makes it seem that way.
It makes our parents have I feel trained us in a way that,
And our schools.
yes, our school system has trained us in a way that if you don't get this,
You're
Co-op,
done.
you're done.
Yeah.
But it's really not like that.
Yeah.
I feel like
When you
yeah.
actually start to,
Going-
progress.
Mhm.
I don't think it's over. I think it's the sort of thing where it's like you've made expectations, you know what you want, and then it's almost like the way your parents make it you and people around you. It's like for you to get what you want, you need to do this. And yes, like education is important. Education is like an equalizer and whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. So like they've trained you or taught you in such a way that okay, like your expectations tend to be based around like education, like oh I finished school I do this, oh I finished school I do this. So if like you failed, now going to write GC and then now busy hiding, you've seen your friends do like this. As you reach university you go to cash, you're going to Mary Queen of Peace to write GC. Yeah, so
Do you guys think the Zambian system should like change the way they perceive education in general? Like if you like they should implement more extracurriculars to make us seem that
It's not all about education.
school isn't the only thing you need.
I think that that's actually very important because, like, some people, like, it's just not there. Like, the spark for bio, the spark for chemistry, like, it just doesn't, like, you know, it's not in them.
Yeah.
Others, they thrive in baking, they thrive in sports, they thrive in these other
Painting,
extracurriculars,
art, dance.
knitting, dancing, singing. And I feel like we should, like, start to look at those things as a way they can make money in the future, because like education is not for everybody.
Yeah.
Like that's just the reality of it. Some people will thrive in business, others will thrive in music and everything. So I think that's what the new curriculum is trying to focus on.
I think so.
Like people's what can I say?
Strengths
Talents
in
and
career
strengths,
paths, yeah.
yes, and their career paths.
I'd just like to say, I think it's not only the Zambian education system that should change, but also the attitude towards education in general. Because, okay, as African parents, they push you to get good grades all the time, and they put certain expectations and certain, what can I say?
standards.
Not standards, but like when you fail, okay, yes, consequences for you not passing your exam. So I think there should be a change in attitude towards that. Like, how can I say this? You shouldn't always like focus on school. Yes, it's important, but like there are other things to life than that. Yes.
Also, society as well needs to think they are thinking of university, because I feel like in society, if you haven't passed, like kind of like
She didn't pass or things like that.
something like that. So like school is not.
I think
It's not everything.
it's sort of like okay. Someone once told me, my father told me that he read this book, where he says in like the world, like in class, there are the A's, the B's, and the C's. So it's like the A's are the people who like pass just a lot, and the B's are the people who are like
Average.
they are like okay. It's like they aren't the brainiest, but they are getting by. Like they'll still pass, they'll still go to UNZA, they'll still manage to go to university. Then they are the C's.
They're not the creme de la creme.
They are not. They're like them.
You know, the cherry that
It's like you know the shima for on top is like okay, not the shima for on top.
What?
What reference?
Okay, you know, like a cake. Yeah, then you bake it. Yeah, then you leave it in the car baking tray. Then the cream on top are the A's. The cake is the B's. Oh, yeah, whatever.
Then
Those one that those that remain on the.
those are the C's.
But the thing is, the C's are like they aren't. Those are people who tend not to be like academically like smart, but street smart. Like you know, there's those people who you know that this person, like in school, they are not really doing well, but in other things, they are like they excel.
Exception. Yes.
So my father told me that the book said the A's work for the C's, and then the B's work in government.
That's depressing.
Read that book.
Yes.
What's
So
the title?
What is it called? Wait,
I don't know.
I'll share.
Yeah. So like it's a sort of thing where I think in Zambia we kind of have like I feel like most education systems in the world have like an employee like curriculum. Like they don't teach you to become the employer. Like yes, they teach you about entrepreneurship, commerce, but they're teaching you how to study marketing so that you can work at an yes. Like it's the way someone was telling me, like it's the like we like even in school we sit like we're in an office. We sit in two neatly chairs with like a desk.
Yeah.
You go to your teacher is like your boss. They mark, they grade your work. If your work isn't proper, they'll tell you I don't like this. You wear uniforms that you all look the same, like you're working in government, because in government you wear uniforms. Like it's a sort of thing where like they're teaching you to be an employee instead of an employer.
Yeah.
And I think yes, they do try their best to teach about how how being an employer is important and but it doesn't really give you the strive to be an employer. Like if you ask most people, like what do you want to become? I want to become a doctor, I want to become a nurse, I want to become a what? They want to become those things so they can go, they write the CV, they get employed. Like it's just employ, like get employed. And then it's a thing where I think it's
they're just not equipping you to be the employer.
Yes. And then it's a thing where I think they do this thing where it then gives people who are not like necessarily academically gifted to like rise in like society, because that's like their place. Like they know how to like thrive in society, but not necessarily in a school setup, because they aren't employee minded. I think they're also very smart people who can also be employers. Like, you know, like Mark Zuckerberg, he was intelligent and he's like an employer. So I'm pretty sure like people who are intelligent can also be employers, but the way the education, like the way they teach you, it's like work hard so that you can become a doctor, so that you can work at UTH. Yeah, I think you guys understand what I'm trying to say.
I feel like there are a lot of other pressures that come with, you know, just high school in general, and most especially senior year. Like I feel like we're having it. Like you brought up how it's hard to balance social life with work. I think there's also like hardships that teens face. Like now, look, so teenagers there's this culture that teenagers have now where they think this is the right time of dating. I think that's also like it's a hardship that people face, especially teens, with like just being in school, balancing, you have to be like in a relationship to look cool or something, and you also have to manage school life, you know? What other hardships do you think we can be facing? Like,
I think also the idea of what to do after uni, after high school rather, like uni and everything, because now people are coming to talk to us about universities, and like there's kind of that pressure. Okay, what do I want? What do I want to do? Where am I going to do it? What do I need to do to get to that place and everything? And that's kind of like stressful, especially for people who don't know what they want to do. Like myself, I don't know what I want to do, and I'm trying to figure that out. But I think it can also be a source of pressure and stress, and especially like maybe your family. They ask, you know what you want to do? Like they keep on, you know, and you don't have any like space to like kind of think and really decide what you want to do.
I think that makes you even end up picking something that you don't want.
Like you're doing it to please others instead of for yourself, but instead of doing something that will make you happy.
I'm always also so scared. Like I'm also scared about that. Like I'm scared that I'll pick something, I'll start it, and then I'll be like in steady, and then I'm like, I don't like this. I don't want to do this. But your parents have spent 1 million kwacha. What are you going to say? You can't just stop in the middle. You'll be that girl at no. They won't even let you stop. Like that's it. And the thing is, like, not like I understand where parents are coming from. Like they want you to be serious, obviously. And then like for me, from my personal experience, I feel like sometimes I just want to breathe. Like it's almost suffocating. Like every time my mom has this thing. Like I love her. She has this thing that she does where, like out of nowhere, she just opens my bedroom door just to see if I'm actually studying. She just does like this. Or sometimes she just asks people, look, just check if she's studying. And then it's that sort of thing where she sees me in the sitting room. Why are you in the sitting room? She sees me eating. Why are you eating? Why are you not studying? I can't. Like, let me breathe. I feel like it contributes to like just the general stress. And then like maybe sometimes my father will be asking me like, what do you want to do? And then you know that thing where you don't want to be like definite now because you want to keep your options open. Because you know there's people who like they found out what they wanted to do, like even after they finished writing. So like you keep your options open, and then your parents are always asking, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? No, today you said this, tomorrow you're saying, oh, maybe I might be thinking about this, I'm not sure. Then they'll be like, no, you're not serious. Yeah. So I just think you can continue.
Okay, so like in terms of career paths, I remember when I was in grade 8, I took HE. So I fell in love with like the fashion and design part of it. So every time I would tell my mom, I know I want to do fashion, I want to be like a designer and whatnot. Then I would notice like the look of disappointment. Like she was so like, why? And then in grade 9, I think I wanted to do grade 9, grade 10, that period. I wanted to do architecture. Right? I told my mother I want to do architecture. The same look. Okay, not the same, but it was a bit.
Yeah.
It was at least, but it was a look.
Yes. So like I feel sometimes our parents make, like they live through us. They want to experience life through us, and sometimes those expectations can lead us into a path that we won't like, and later we might hate our parents for that. So I feel like just follow your heart, guys.
Before like just on your point, I think it's also a thing what you said, it's really true, especially like I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but from my parents it's like they kind of grew up in like
not the best.
Like they struggled in their like youth, and then they had to like work hard to build like where they are now. And then it's a sort of thing where because you've got the opportunities, they want you to thrive, but it's necessarily like they want you to thrive the way they wished they had thrived. So it's a thing where my mom would do this thing where sometimes, not now I think she's kind of over it, but before she wanted me to be a doctor, so she'd send hints like, brother is doing what, she just do medicine.
I remember like 2 weeks ago, my grandpa was asking me the same thing, like, what do you want to do? And I told him, but like I was thinking, like, is this really what I want to do? Like, is it just because I'm saying it? And the things, like, is this really what I want to do? Things like that.
Like you're scared. Like, what about, like, is this
what
like
I want for the rest of my life?
Like, this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life, like,
because you see like other people who like they hate their jobs, like just going there eventually they just like
I'm like
I feel like with senior year, I feel like we should take it to actually figure out what we want to do, like to think it through, because this is something you're going to be doing for the rest of your life until you die maybe. So you need to actually think of it and do what you like to do, what you love, because if you just be unhappy like all the time, because you have to go to work to survive.
You can't just say
you can't just sit at home and think money will come. You need to go to work, and if you're going to a place where you're not happy, not doing what you love, you will just be sad, and that can even affect your health. You can become depressed, and that's a whole other set of issues.
What if you like motive for stuff, the way you wanted to do architecture and you also wanted to do fashion and whatever? Even me, like interior designing looked so good. It looked so nice. Like I used to watch homesteads and whatever, decorating and whatever. It looked so nice. And then I moved on. I just found interest in many things. But like what to like decide on, for my future, it's hard. Like,
I think that's why it's important to give yourself time. That's why most people like take gap years where they have that time, set period for thinking,
figure out what they want to do.
Because you end up in an office, piles of work like this. Are you really going to be happy? Like, is that something? Maybe that's your passion to like do documents and whatever. But like for some people,
and like I feel like you should also research what you want to do before you go into it. Like you gave an example of interior design, like know what it entails, what you need to do, and everything. Because like most people, I feel like just see
on the outside,
the surface of the career, or the surface of the career, and they don't really see like what it actually involves. So I feel like we should also research on the things we want, the things we are thinking about, and then think and actually decide after we've done research.
And one more thing on your point. I feel like for us as seniors, I feel like we tend to limit ourselves. Like we tend to think our 20s are only here to work hard, and the rest of the time we have to be living
like successful.
Yes, you know. I feel like if you have multiple talents, there's no harm in doing school after you do school again. Obviously, it's draining, but again, you're passionate about it. What's stopping you? You know? Because if you're passionate about interior designing, you can go for it. You do the school for interior designing. You're passionate about, let's say, culinary school. Or law. You do culinary school after because you're passionate about it and you want to do that for the rest of your life. Give yourself options, you know.
I saw that, like a woman like that, she did many things. She was a lawyer. I think she was a singer. She was an author. Like she did all that, all her aspirations. And like Wakuso said, there's no harm. Like there's actually no one is holding you. Just do it. Not everyone who's going to be happy. Not the people who are discouraging you.
I think what stops many people, like what Impo said. Okay, for me, I had a similar experience. So I used to like drawing. I don't think I draw that much now because I'm very busy. But I used to like drawing. Like, yeah. Then I told my mom, like, my dream, I want to like I want to go and learn animation in Japan. After I learn animation in Japan, I'll go and then I want to start working as an animator at Disney. My mom would just laugh. When I tell her, she just did every day. And she's like, but to be serious, you can't become an animator. And I think it's a sort of thing where, like, I think in Zambia, there are just certain jobs where they say that's not a job.
They don't see it as a job.
Yes, like if you say I'm an actor, they'll be like, that's not a job. It's like if it's not in an office, it's not a job. So it's like, I feel like, okay, now, I like in the beginning, like, I never used to understand why sometimes people would like, what's that thing called? Like leave their countries to go like to these Western countries. I was just like, they're just okay. No, let me not say that. But yeah, I never used to see all the hype was. But like I now see it now because like in those places they like you have opportunities to do what you love. I feel it's like it's kind of sad to think about because here it's like there aren't a lot of opportunities for certain career pathways. Like if you want to be an artist, artists in Zambia, let me tell you guys the truth. Like
They
drawing,
don't make money.
they like it's so sad. Like they don't have like enough money.
Market.
Yes, there's no market.
People don't really see that as a career.
Yes, so people like they don't buy their stuff. They don't take them seriously. And then it's a thing where if they don't take you seriously, you won't take yourself seriously. So I think most people in Zambia, can be actors. Maybe they might even be better than the actors even in America. But they don't have the platform. Like during, especially like now, like Youth Day and stuff, like you can clearly see, like even some of the people you like they're interviewing for like the same Youth Day, they say, no, I'm an entrepreneur, I do singing, I do what. You can see just that it's not going well. Like that's why most youths are like asking, please give us a platform, and then it's like I'm not blaming the grown-ups, but I'm just saying that if they'll be more open-minded to other career pathways, it would help other people because that's why they're like, no, this one is down. It's not that they're down, it's just that it's not their thing, it's not for them.
They have different interests.
Yes, they've got different interests. So if you give them the room, they would be like, they would pursue what they want. They would be happy. They wouldn't be sad. They wouldn't be doing also.
But to like wrap it all up, what advice would you give to someone entering high school? Like short and sweet answer.
Who's going first?
Go first. I feel like the thing with senior year is that we come in with all these expectations, but it's you to make your senior year the way you want it to be. Like if you want have, let's say, have a big event, to plan a big event during a senior year. Take the idea up, take it up with your school, whoever is in charge. Like one thing I've learned about this year is that if I want to remember my senior year, it's me who has to like make it memorable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I think do extracurriculars. I think that's very important.
Yes.
Like in case school doesn't work out, It's emphasis. It's important to have other things that you can still venture into, like despite school not working out. So still focus on your books, yes, but also make sure you have like, other things you can look to when things get tough.
Yeah. I think being consistent. I personally am not consistent with my studies, but if I went back to my younger self, I would tell myself to be consistent and be disciplined. Like if I decide that I want to study this on this day at this particular time, I would follow through with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Have time to think about what you really want to do, because people end up bang at the end of the day. Like they end up going with what their parents want, because they can't really think on their own. So have time to assess yourself, what you really want to do, what you have interest in, and basically research.
I think for me, the advice that I would give for high school is just, okay, I know that thing for like if I could go back in time or change this, but to be honest, if I could go back in time, I think I would tell myself advice and I still wouldn't have followed that advice. So I think it's just a thing for know yourself and know what you want. If I know for myself, like as you said, studying. Like I do study, but there's sometimes that you're just so tired and you can't do it. So I feel like it's just like, no, like if you are motivated, you will do it. So like know who you are, be yourself. And socially in high school, like just for people who want to survive socially, I think it's a thing of don't care too much what other people think. Yes, I'm not saying now start doing things that are not socially acceptable, but like if you care too much about what other people think, you'll be roped into things that you don't want to be like put into. I think even the reason why people like in boarding school are able to bully others is because people care so much what other people think that even if the grade 12 tells you go this side, you don't actually have to go.
Yes.
Like actually, they're not going to beat you. If they beat you, you can report. Like you don't actually have to go. But it's a sort of thing where it's like inculcated in you. Like just try to fit in. Like just be yourself.
Be yourself.
And don't forget to have fun. Enjoy the ride.
You only have one
Exactly.
grade
It's only
12,
1 year.
one grade 11.
Next year we're not buying school bags next year. Some of us we're not buying school shoes. So like enjoy it while it lasts. Don't forget to have fun. Yes, be serious. We're not saying just have fun all the time you're going out.
Study.
Be serious. Have your time for studying, but also have your time for having fun.
Manage your time very well.
Yes.
Anyway, have you guys enjoyed this episode? Has it been?
Yeah, it's
been fun.
It's been fun.
Okay, that's
I think I've learned a bit. Okay, thank you guys for watching.
Youth Unfiltered.
Bye.
You have been watching Mary Queen of Peace Girls School Unfiltered program, where children seek to understand and celebrate their lives in their time and space.
Remember, it is knowledge, morals, and truth in excellence.